Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the big steps. It's pre-dawn here in the Hall of Fame city, the most dangerous city in Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I wanted to provide an update here, right on the edge of 2023, a bold new year. What are we, 1 week in? 1 week down. It's, how's it going? You know, it's going. I'm attempting to, I did a live stream a couple weeks back, 2 weeks ago, and I was feeling quite down, and I was reminded by the chat that, I was feeling quite down before I had a job, and then I was feeling quite down after I have a job, and the common thread is me. It's up to me to change my attitude, and after having a job, I've got to say, all things considered, it's better to have a job than to not have a job. You can afford to do things, you can afford to pay for things. I wanted to just provide an update to whatever fools are still, I'm kidding. I wanted to provide an update to my fan, the one and only fan I still have. I have a job. It's difficult, but I'm understanding the challenges that the American worker faces, and I think it's good for me to have that experience. I think it's something I needed. We're here in the pre-dawn hours. The sun is just now rising, but it's overcast, so we're not getting a very pretty sunset. But just above those clouds, it's beautiful. And down here, it's Canton. Hey, come on now, watch it. A quick update. I'm going to try to get the Patreon going again. I'm going to try to start making content again. I've got to find a way to scratch that itch. The job, it keeps me very busy, that's for sure, but there's a few glimmers of maybe some opportunities out there on the horizon. But whatever happens, we keep on keeping on. That's what we do. I've received a lot of support, and I have to be grateful for many things. I'm grateful to have a job as we enter a recession of 2023. I'm grateful to have the health that I do have. I'm running. I'm taking an active part. I'm on a good diet, a healthy diet, low carbs, mostly keto. I had a meeting yesterday and I had to eat pizza, and I ate a lot of pizza, and then I felt like I had a tickle in my throat, and I think it's from eating inflammatory foods. All right, let's not talk about inflammatory foods. That can't be interesting for anyone. Let's do a cut. All right, one more for the Gipper. Who is the Gipper? We may never know. I think it's Babe Ruth. Isn't the Gipper Babe Ruth? Or is the Gipper like the skipper, like the manager? I don't know who the Gipper is. We'll never know. Maybe no one knows. I showed up in the dark. It's quite dark out here. It's very dim. Because I needed to get out and film something before I put it off for another week. 2023, I'm getting back to it. Yes, the job keeps me very busy and very exhausted, but I gotta fill in the gaps with some creativity and I need to be grateful. So that's one of the things I wanted to address with this, is approaching life with an attitude of gratefulness for what I do have. The other day I stopped in traffic after I just run 4.6 miles.
I'm gonna be out here getting mine.
9-minute pace.
Rain or shine.
7.5-minute pace.
Didn't mean to rhyme.
7.5-minute pace.
But now that it's happening,
8.5-minute pace.
Feels fine.
Pretty good workout. And I was driving home from the park that's nearby to my house. And I stopped behind a bus, and they were unloading a ramp so that a person with special needs could wheel out to the ramp and be lowered to the ground. And I had to say, boy, I've spent a lot of time complaining. Health issues, job. I've done a lot of complaining. And I want to try to leave that in 2022, and I want to try to embrace the opportunities that I have and be grateful for what I have. Health, job, family, parents. I have a lot to be grateful for, and I need to try to flip the switch. I think I got stuck in a rut in Los Angeles of complaining and placing blame outside of myself, and I need to place blame internally and do what I can with the resources that I have. to improve my own situation. And one of those things I'm going to do is to make some content. That's why we're here at the big steps in the most dangerous city in Ohio. Maybe I'll stop acting like such an idiot all the time too. Maybe I'll stop being so self-deprecating and try to be a reasonable human being. I have no idea how this take is going to turn out. But you know, Babe Ruth struck out, a couple of times. They say he struck out a few times, but he also hit some dingers. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to come up to the plate. All right, no more metaphors. Look, I'm going to try to get this Patreon going again. I'm going to try to start making video content again. Shout out to my friend Chris Staples for reaching out, the very talented musician. I'm going to try to do what I can to pull myself up by my own bootstraps. And I invite you to follow along, everybody. Yep. Cut. That's a cut. We're back, baby. I'm taking charge. I'm gonna start doing what I can and redeeming the time that I have. I do have my health. I'm exercising, I'm running, I'm eating right. I'm working, I'm showing up early, I'm doing my job, and getting a regular paycheck is good, and getting this experience that I'm getting has been very good. So I'm going to try to leave my bad attitude in 2022, and I'm gonna try to replace it with some positivity. Don't rob me. Please don't rob me. Keep it moving. Keep it on moving. So that's pretty much the update here from the big steps in the Hall of Fame city. All right, let's not push our luck here as the light creeps in. The sun has risen. It's sunrise right now. It's happening right now. It just happened. The sun has risen, but the clouds are stealing the show. That's going to be pretty much it. That's the rambling talk that I had to give here from the big steps. You know, having a job it's hard, and I think this has been a good experience for me. It's very hard, but it's better than not having a job. So I'm in that's the season of life I'm in right now, is I gotta work a job and I gotta make it work. I hope whatever season of life you're in, that you're finding ways to be positive, and I hope you all find your big steps. And I hope you all take some big steps in 2023. All right, no more metaphors. I gotta quit acting like such a freaking jerk. If I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. The big steps.